What's going on, everybody? This is Garry B. Jr., and I'm here to give you a smart tip using FreeShow. Today, we're going to talk about how to organize your categories by meeting. And so you all already know about the categories that are there by default. When you're trying to start a show, for example, and you say new show, it gives you this option of a category. Now, this category does not have any impact on the type of or the name of your presentation, nor what it does down here. So it could literally be a song that you search for, but you accidentally might keep it as a category called presentations. However, you can also add your own categories based on meetings. Okay, so not just the type of show it is, you might want to make a category for the type of meeting that that show is going to be for, right? So you can select new category and you can call this Sunday worship. And so now, instead of it just being in a general song category, when you do new show, it could be a part of the Sunday worship category. You might have one, like I said, I've got one here called men's meetings. You might have one that is for a specific ministry that you're a part of. But you can organize your shows by the meeting that they're going to be used for, right? You might make one called Pastor's Notes. And this could be the space or the place where you put all the pastor's notes for his or her slideshows, and they'll be organized in that category. So you can always just go there and you'll see all of pastor's notes, as opposed to them being in a generic presentations folder or category or something along those lines. This also comes into play when you're dealing with your overlays. You can make your overlays based on your meeting that you have. And so same way, you can select new category and you can make it be called whatever you want. So you can call this Sunday lower thirds, right? And in your Sunday lower thirds, you might have, for example, let's go to, here's the lower thirds here. So this is the guest. So I'm gonna right click on this and I'm gonna duplicate it. And so we got guest 2. So I'm gonna slide that into Sunday lower thirds. And so now, whenever there is a guest, you would know that you would go, it would be showing up here, that you would put that information in and drop that overlay to show up. All right. Now, this option is the same way for templates. You can use certain templates for certain meetings. So you can go to new category and make a category for the Wednesday night service or whatever it is that specific type of template that you use. And it doesn't mean you've got to take away from any of the current places that the other templates are. You can just simply duplicate and drag them into the other category, like I did for the overlays, where I duplicated the guest lower thirds 2, and then I dragged it into the category. It didn't take out what was already in this particular meetings category folder. It's still there, the guest lower thirds, but now I have a Sunday lower thirds as well that has that same file, and I can update it accordingly. And this one is designed to be a lower thirds that slides in from the left. All right. When it comes to your functions, you can't necessarily add new categories in your functions. In the same way with your calendar, you can't really add any special pieces there. But when it comes to your shows, your overlays, and your templates, you can organize those by meeting date or meeting specific, just a specific meeting. And this also goes for your projects. And so if we go back and let's go to our shows, and if you wanted to make a new project based on a past project, you want to make a template, you can organize that. I've got one down here just called Sunday, right? And so the cool thing about this is you've got to create the actual project first. So you can say new project, and we'll call this one Wednesday. And in here, you would organize exactly what you want. So you might want to add a few sections. So you want to call this one opening slides, and then you make another one, call it prayer time, and then another one that you might have, I hit new show, but another new section you might call teaching. All right. And then inside of this, you would drag in the actual shows you want that may be a mainstay, right? So you can go into your presentations and you say, okay, I want to add a 10-minute countdown for the opening slides. You drag that in. For prayer time, you may have some specific prayer categories. You drag that show in. And then for teaching, that might just be left blank. And then you can go back out. So this one is called Wednesday. All right. So I can right click on Wednesday, and I can go through and I can select create template. And so now I've got this Wednesday template here. Now, the cool thing about the Wednesday template is we're moving into the future, and we're saying, okay, this is 2 weeks from then. I can just click this and it says, okay, Wednesday's deal is here. Now, what's the date that you want to make it? You would put in the date that this particular Wednesday show or project is going to be for. And now it's got a date next to it with that specific project name, okay, or meeting name, I should say. Okay. And so then you can go in and you can keep the countdown the same. You might change the prayer strategies. You might add in different teaching notes and things like that, but you got your basic outline prepared. And this is a lot like how it is when you're doing your overlays. When you're doing your templates, you can draw from those based on the date that or the meeting that you're using them for, right? And so this is just a smart way to use FreeShow, and it already has some great built-in categories. It's already got the ability for you to use these projects. This is a way to streamline your workflow for yourself, for your volunteers, and for your team overall, to simplify things so that everybody's on the same page without there being extra hoops and hurdles to overcome to make it for that next meeting that you have.